Please give a welcome to Jason Quigley. We get a better microphone over there. Jason, you've come a long ways to Achill, as I said earlier on, from Donegal, a long ways from Las Vegas. We're going to talk about Las Vegas and that part of your career a little bit later on. I want to open up about your amateur career. First of all, we didn't see you at the Olympics.
Yeah, well, it was obviously a massive decision for me to make in my career at a young age. You know, the Olympics only really became a possibility whenever I started achieving well at international level. And whenever it became a possibility, I thought the Olympics is a goal of mine. But from a young age, I was 11, 10 years of age, I always wanted to be world professional champion. And I had a massive year in 2013. I missed out obviously the year before in the Olympic Games. And the guy that shattered my dreams in 2012 was Darren O'Neill from Polstow. You know, it was a big defeat for me, and at a young age it's hard to overcome them kind of defeats. But overcame it in 2013. I came back and beat Darren.
You came over in the best ways possible, didn't you?
I did. I tried my best on me, so I did, and I finally got the better of him.
But 2013, you didn't make London in 2012, but 2013 was a really, really special year in your career, wasn't it?
Yeah, like that's what I was saying. You know, I got beat by Darren in the 2012 season, and in 2013 I came and won the national championships. Beat Darren O'Neill, who went to the Olympic Games and was the Irish boxing captain of the Games. You know, that was a massive overcome for me, because that was the guy that was stopping me achieving my dreams. And once I beat him, I just went from strength to strength. My confidence rose, my performances rose, everything went through the roof for me. And I went on to the European Championships as a big underdog. And I can tell you, a lot of my mates in Donegal won a lot of money on me, so they did back in the town. They were lumping every 20 and 50 euro they got on me, and it was brilliant for me. You know, I went in there big underdog. In the semi-final, I beat the former world #1 and world champion. I went on to win the gold medal, and it was just really a dream come true for me.
And that wasn't half the story of 2013, because you know, to great things in 2013 as well.
Yeah, like after that there, you know, it was absolutely a massive achievement for me. Didn't really know what was going on. I think it was great that I was kept so busy, because I didn't really have time to think about it. And I was straight back in. I went straight back in the game to the European Championship. You say you're a DJ and I am.
Go on, keep it in.
That was, went on from the European Championships to the World Championships, and obviously I was a wee bit more well known going into the World Championships, and obviously I felt a wee bit more pressure going on me after beating the world champion and coming into the top 10 rankings in the world. You know, so after that there I went in, and as I always do, you just take it one fight at a time. Went on and beat a lot of top quality guys, and I just got edged out in the final by the hometown favourite of Kazakhstan.
But that wasn't the whole story there, because in the world rankings, where did you go?
I became world #1 for the first time.
So you're from Ballybuffet, and Ballybuffet, it's a town that's a bit bigger than here, but still the same rural mentality, and Donegal is a lot like Mayo in many ways. What does that mean for the people of Ballybuffet when you get back as European champion and world silver medalist?
I think if you'd have walked down the town, it would have been empty. They were all back at the local centre, the Fan Valley Centre in Donegal, Ballybuffet, and it's a place maybe about twice the size of this, and there was a boxing ring in the middle, and that's where they had me. And I think the whole of Ballybuffet and Sternarder were either trying to get into the ring or get into the hall. It was massive, and I think that's the best thing about these rural towns, these community areas, that everybody gets behind everybody. The passion and the hunger, I think, is a lot more than the big cities, because you walk down the street, they're like, geez, there's young Quigley out running the league and went to school with his father. It's something like this here where you run down the street in Dublin, there's like, who's that age you out running this thing? It's definitely, it's definitely an advantage, I think, being from a local and rural area. The backing you get from your local community and places like that is just, it's kind of your second man in the ring too sometimes.
That's great. You were world number 1, you're silver medalist, European champions, and you went on a camping holiday. Tell us about the camping holiday.
Well, had my first fight in Las Vegas, and to be honest, the night before my fight in Vegas, I was walking down the strip in Vegas. I'd look over here and see the Eiffel Tower, I'd look over here and see the Statue of Liberty, all these massive things just all plonked into the one place. It was like a bit of a dream, a bit of a fairy tale, when I came back. And I love coming back to real Ireland, and I love coming back to the big open fires and a cup of tea and stuff like that there. And I came to this famous place of Achill, if you've ever heard of it. And jumped into my car and threw a tent in the back, and we came down and camped out, and I think it's just beside where the golf course is there, and we had the door of the tent just facing out towards the water into the mountains, and just waking up that there really humbles you again, and really puts a sense of passion and a sense of pride back in me whenever you look back to where you come from. And
we were all here, we didn't realise we had the world number 1 in our midst.
I was trying to keep a low key, alright.
Let's talk about your manager, your coach, your mentor.
The main man himself, my father. From a young age, my dad has been there from the start. It can get hairy sometimes, your father being your coach. There's a few more fights that's not on the schedule for the year.
And he's a boxer as well.
He is a boxer, a pretty good one as well. It's brilliant to have him. I find it when you're in that corner, you have your blood, you have a man that's willing to jump through them ropes for you as well. And to think to have that kind of backing, that kind of support, even just walking into the ring is unbelievable. But I've seen it from a young age, since I was 7 or 8 years of age. My dad was always training, always keeping in shape, and he used to go into the kitchen and start doing a bit of training, and I'd jump up on the worktop and start playing the music for him and keeping him motivated. And then there was days he'd ask me to go out for a run, and we'd usually go running on the beach back in Donegal, and there was days, obviously back here in Ireland, that they're not the prettiest. The rain was lashing down, and I would sit in the car and just flash the lights at him every time he'd run up on the beach. Just to let him know I was keeping an eye on him.
But you swapped the rain of Donegal for Las Vegas, and you're signed with Golden Boy. So that's about Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya, anybody knows boxing knows Oscar De La Hoya. The man's a legend, I think, inside the ring and outside the ring. Obviously, after I became world number 1 and won everything I had in 2013, I had a lot of big offers on the table for me. And to be honest, it was a no-brainer when Golden Boy came on board, because Oscar was a fighter himself. He's dealt with promoters, and he knows what it's like. There's a lot of promoters out there that are just wealthy businessmen and get somebody else kind of to do the job, but they're the man behind it. But Oscar has been in the ring. He knows what a boxer wants. He knows what a boxer needs from their promoter, their manager. He knows everything about boxing inside and outside the ring. And he's an absolute gentleman and a real idol of mine. And to be honest, there's days I wake up out there and you look outside and the sun's shining the day again, you have to say, geez, you have to start training over here, there's not a holiday no more. You know, it's a big change for me, and but I think it can get lonely, of course. You know, people think, geez, you're out in LA, you're living the life out there, but you know, you've no family out there all the time, and it's you're not walking around the street meeting your friends every day. It's a bit different, but these are the sacrifices you have to make, I think, to make it to the top.
And you told me you're on holidays here now at the moment, but you don't expect to be back here until next Christmas. That's the sacrifices you have to make.
Yeah, you know, like, as I says, I've based myself out in America now. I have my own apartment and everything out there, and the time difference, like, it's an 8-hour time difference. You come back here and you're looking at the ceiling for about a week in the middle of the night. It's a disaster to get back into the routine of things. You know, I'm going to be kept very busy now in the new year, but as I say, I'm just taking it one fight at a time, and if it comes along that I get back maybe once or twice a year, I will, but that'll be Christmas time, I think.
You're a very modest man because you've had 3 professional fights already, one in Las Vegas, one in Los Angeles, and one in Boston. I want you to tell everybody the 3 results.
Well, the first one was about 82 seconds of the first round. The second one, the guy retired in the 3rd round with a cut over his eye. I think he had to get maybe 15 to 20 stitches. And the 3rd fight then was a minute and 52 seconds of the first round.
So, we're going to get started with the professional career. Just a couple more questions we're about to get through tonight. The MGM is one of the biggest venues, it's probably the most iconic boxing venue in the whole world. So many legends have fought there over the years. What was your thoughts, what was through your mind when you walked down and went to the ring in the MGM?
To be honest, it was, it still doesn't feel real, and the fight was that quick. It came out and I was like, I want to do this all over again. It was a
especially after 82 seconds.
It was a complete delusion, so it was, you know, because I was used sitting at home, sitting up to 3, 4, 5 in the morning to watch these boys fighting in the MGM Grand, and then you come walking out of the change rooms and you see the singing MGM Grand, the big lion standing up there, and you're like, Jesus, you're here to fight now. It's massive, you know. But obviously when my fight was on, the place wasn't packed out, it was one of the undercards, you know, but the main fight that night was Canelo Alvarez and Ruslan De Lara, and it was a world title fight. The Mexicans and Cubans were filled the place out, and my dream and all I could think of that night watching that fight was, imagine if we got the Irish people in that place working outside.
Last couple of questions. You're not only a boxer, you played other sports in Donegal as well, and to a very high level as well, so just talk us through that one.
Well, I played County Hurley, County Gaelic, all at under 14. I think I might have played under 16 level, but it just really came, soccer as well. I had a chance to go over to the Academy of Fulham over in England to play soccer over there, but it all came to a time in my life where I was like, I have to make up a decision here what I want to do. So I took one summer off, and as I said, I got on the county team, got on a chance to go over to Fulham, and I went into the club one night, and nobody might understand, only the people in the boxing club, but when you get into that club and you smell the sweat and the smell of the gloves, and it was just something really hit home at a very young age. I was 15, I think, and I just turned around and said to myself, I don't want to be a footballer. It might have been a wee bit easier, but I don't want to be a footballer, I want to be a boxer, and ever since I haven't looked back, and I think I kind of made the right choice.
the very last question. You've come to Achill for your second time, and you're here where all the sports clubs are working together and kids have a choice. What do you think of that? What do you think of that model?
It's absolutely amazing. You know, I know from where I come from, and from me growing up, I had my soccer coach pulling me this way. Don't you go near that ghillie because you'll get hurt and you'll be out for me. And I had it pulled the other way with the ghillie coach, you know. So for the chance for the kids to have an opinion, have their own choice, to let them express themselves, you know, go there, no pressures on them to, geez, my coach wants me to play here, but I want to play here. You know, it's the best way because, as I said a minute ago, that was the way I found out. My father says to me, Jason, if you want to be a footballer, go and play football. He says, you can make probably a lot more money sometimes at the football. He says, whatever you feel happy doing. So I took the whole summer off and I did what I wanted to do. And I knew what was meant for me. And I think this is what's great about this program is the kids get a choice of what they want to do. They can try everything. And if you don't try something, you're not going to know what you want. So I keep expressing that all the young kids that come up to me, and I just tell them, go and try absolutely everything. Give it your best shot, and you're going to feel something. You're going to, just because you may be good at something, even if you're not that good, but you love doing it, do it because you're going to give it your absolute all. And I think it's just absolute brilliant program. The kids have their own choices. They can express themselves, enjoy themselves, and I really wish you all the best. And it's really going to show in the future as well for the young kids at Achill.
It's been a pleasure to have you as a guest this weekend. We're delighted to have you. It's been time in Achill already, you can hold it before, and we would love to pipe you over the bridge with your world middleweight champion. And so we'll thank you for coming here with us and thank you for as well. I think the most remarkable thing about talking to Jason just here and earlier on and down at dinner is this man is 23 years of age. But what a character. Jason, thank you very much for coming to us.